You know what? I think I've found the next perfect horror genre. It's called Scared Stiff. So it's technically a porno, but it's set inside of a haunted house. And every time our hero gets scared, he pops a boner and must fuck the nearest thing. What do you think?
No.
Welcome to another edition of Coyote Tales. I am your host, Ryan Shannon. And yeah, if you've been paying attention to this podcast, you might have noticed it's been a while since we've done a single one. And we've got some good reason. By the way, I do not have a mouse in my pocket today. I am joined by the lovely Ryan Shannon.
Who's lovely?
I think you're lovely. The handsome, the dynamic.
I think I have to go to the bathroom now.
What is me saying nice things about you?
Excuse me.
I was going to say, did I scare the shit out of you?
No, that's lunch.
That's just lunch? No. Oh, okay. Anyways, the big reason why we haven't been around is, as some of you know, my dad was living with us. And he finally moved out. Yay!
We rejoiced.
Yes, there was much rejoicing. We actually had to buy the condo for him to move into. Hey, that's a solid investment.
Yeah.
But anyways, being consumed with dealing with dad and dealing with real estate and dealing with the real world, we haven't had a whole lot of time to go podcasting. Wah, wah. But we are back. And what we're going to bring for you today is our movie extravaganza. So one of the things that was really interesting about having Dad here is he had some interesting opinions on movies. I think the most silly one I heard was Dad and I were sitting there watching Bumblebee, the Transformers movie, and it's getting towards the end, and Dad kind of shakes his head and goes, you know what? People just don't understand the tensile strength of metals anymore.
But they're alien metals.
I know. It's like, for number one, I don't think most people ever understood the tensile strength of metals.
Unless you're an engineer.
Like he is. So there's that. He had no problem accepting the sentient alien robots that transform from another planet. But tensile strength of metals is just totally unbelievable.
Okay, I'm going to vent here. So Starscream was always wanted to overthrow Megatron. When he was in gun form, Megatron that is, why didn't Starscream break him? Thank you.
Yes. Now, of course, we're referring to the classic Transformers cartoon, not necessarily the current movies where Megatron is actually pretty big.
Right, but it's the cartoon. Why did he just break the gun and then it's over?
Because he's a pussy.
He is a pussy.
Yeah, he is. He's like just got PTSD or something. Just Megatron's a bully.
Yes, that's why he's their boss.
Yeah. But Dad did give us some other interesting movie reviews. Like, one of the movies you actually liked, Ryan, was Bill and Ted's Face the Music.
You know, it is what it was. It was a cheesy movie, and I liked it. I enjoyed it a bit.
Yeah. So, but the whole basic plot, of the entire Bill and Ted series is that they have the song that saves the universe. So we're watching the end climax scene of, the song that saves the universe, and Dad's comment was, there's too much guitars in that music.
It's Bill and Ted, Wild Stallions. There's supposed to be rock in there.
I know, rock and roll, save the universe. So it's like, that's the whole point of the movie. Anyways, then we also watched Office Space with Dad.
Which I like. Again, Office Space, it's a good movie. It's funny. It's entertaining if you work in an office.
It's a classic for us grumpy Gen Xers.
It is a classic.
Yeah. Do you remember what Dad said about that one?
I don't remember when he...
He's like, if that guy keeps screwing up at work, he's going to get fired.
Well, that's not true. I don't buy that. I'm not going to say where I work. I could get in trouble.
But that's the whole point.
No. It's we just bought a house, a condo. I have to stay working.
Oh, we're a homeowner of 2 properties now.
We shouldn't say that too loud.
I know. Yeah. Whatever. Relatives might be listening. But then he did come over for dinner the other night after he's already moved out. We still see him. We haven't banished him. It's just been greatly reduced. And he told me he finally saw Halloween Kills.
Which I don't think we've seen Halloween.
We haven't. That's the new one that came out this year.
Okay.
And he must have rented it at home because I can't see him going to the movie theater, especially when he said he didn't finish the movie.
Right.
And do you know why he didn't finish it?
Yes. Why didn't he finish it?
Well, it wasn't the gore. It wasn't any of that thing. My dad's assessment of Halloween Kills was it was just murder after murder after murder.
Hence, Halloween movies are murder after murder after murder. It's not rocket science.
I know. He's all like, I think the whole purpose of this movie was just to show all the different ways they could kill people.
That's the point.
Yes, that's exactly it.
What was the dirty old man movie that he was watching?
Oh, which one?
Yeah, good point.
Red Sparrow.
Red Sparrow.
Yep.
Still haven't seen it. I just can't watch it with your dad watching it.
I can't ever watch it. It's, my brain is scarred on that movie. Oh my gosh. It's just yipes.
Enough said.
Enough said.
Move on.
Yep. So Dad didn't even finish Halloween Kills. And the other thing, it's like, that's the plot of every single slasher movie.
The new ones, yes. The old ones did have some plots.
Mm-hmm.
So you had the original Friday the 13th had a decent plot of revenge for counselors.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And the second one even had a plot. Revenge for mother. Jason killed the girl for killing his mother.
Yeah. Yeah. And some of now, I will admit, Ryan is the expert on Friday the 13th.
I'm not an expert. I just watch a lot of them.
Well, you know the plot of every single one of them.
Just about, yes.
Yes. And which is the worst one of them all?
Jason Takes Manhattan. It's so stupid. It's just stupid. Yeah. He drowns in a sewer. That's just dumb.
Yeah.
The other one where it's on the crazy farm where Jason Voorhees isn't even involved is pretty stupid too.
Yeah, which one is that?
I don't remember the number. I just know it's not Jason. It's Tommy Jarvis is the one killing him. And then they brought Tommy Jarvis back in the next one, which is actually one of the better ones.
Okay. Well, you know which one's my favorite.
Yes, I do.
My favorite is Jason X.
So, random fact that the kill when she gets her face frozen is actually one of the top kills of all Jason movies, just because it was so unique.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of unique points in that one, but there's also like some really dumb things. For those of you who don't know, Jason X is the one in space.
Right.
Right. So it's still college kids in space doing space things, and there's like one point where they find Jason on planet Earth and they bring him up to study him and thaw him and stuff. I believe that's what happens. And then he's like wandering around killing people like he do. And then he breaks into one of the parts of the spaceship and the teacher's all like, oh, hey, all he wanted was his machete back. Whack, whack, whack.
So even the Hellraiser in space was a poor movie. Yeah.
Oh, that was a horrible one. I hate that. That's number 4. That's Bloodline. So I'm more well versed on Hellraiser than Ryan is. Right. I don't think you've even seen all of them yet.
No, I haven't seen all of them. And what's the really bad one without Pinhead, Doug Bradley in it?
Oh, that's the very last one. So that's
it's that bad. I don't even remember.
Even I don't remember the name of that. It was done for $300,000.
And it was bad, and it's not good.
It's pretty much been admitted. So this is probably Hellraiser 9 or 10, and they admitted the only reason they made the movie and they made it so cheap is because they had to make a movie to retain the rights for Hellraiser.
Then they screwed it up.
Yeah, to give you an idea how cheap that is, the original Hellraiser was made for $1 million in the 80s, and that was considered bargain basement cheap.
But that one was decent.
Oh, yeah.
Had a good story.
It was a little slow moving for me. It wasn't until Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth, that's the one that got me really involved in the series. I liked Hellraiser 2 as well. Yeah. And then I like some of the ones that nobody else likes. Like Inferno was one of my favorite ones, and people are like, that's the one about the cop and stuff, but I think it's really cool.
That's one of the better later ones that I've seen, the more recent ones, that I've seen.
Yeah, it was number 5, so it was the first one that went straight to video. And then I do like Hellworld. I like Hellseeker. I like them pretty much all except for the last one. Deader is boring as shit.
Which one's Deader?
That's one of the ones you haven't seen yet.
There's a reason I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, it's like I try to convince you to every now and then go, hey, you want to watch this one? It's a Hellraiser movie. You'll get into the series, but it's not very good. And you're like, why would I waste my life on a movie that's not very good?
I watch a lot of bad movies. At least my reviews are honest.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and then, of course, now, big question. Freddy versus Jason. Who really won that?
That's tough to say because Freddy Krueger needed Jason so the kids would believe him. Mm-hmm. But Jason needed Freddy. It's still... With the wink at the end, you never know who won.
Yeah, they set it up for sequels.
They did set it up for sequels. And if you're a comic book fan, you can read about Freddy versus Jason versus Ash Campbell from the Evil Dead series. It's getting hard to find because it's pretty old, but that one's pretty interesting. Oh,
I know you had told me that, the fans were wanting to see... Ash versus Freddy versus Jason. I didn't realize it was from comic books.
It started in comic books. There was a couple of YouTube videos out there of it too. They're not bad. Jason has the bigger body count, and Freddy needed Jason to kill kids in order for them to believe on Elm Street. Mm-hmm. So, to me, Jason won, but then I'm a Jason fan.
Yeah. I'm more of a Freddy fan. He's more creative.
Well, in later movies, Jason got creative.
Well, true.
He had to.
Murder after murder after murder. Oh, so what other good movies do you like?
Movies that give me nightmares. In the Mouth of Madness gave me a nightmare. It's a Sam Neill. I think it's a John Carpenter movie. For some reason, that one just gave me horrible nightmares. The Possession movie, Deliver Us from Evil, about the New York cop and the priest, that one gave me nightmares.
Oh, yeah, especially because that one's based on real stuff.
Yeah. Exorcist I thought was boring. I'd read the book, was much better. I'm an Amityville horror fan, too. My opinion is buy the house, turn it into a B&B, you're going to make your money back quick, and everybody's going to be happy.
Yep.
So if you're listening, lend me $2 million and I'll go buy the Amityville house.
Then you'll really be a homeowner.
I'll be a big-time homeowner. A haunted homeowner. Woo.
What was that?
Ghosts.
Jesus Christ, it was like, what, a herd of baby ghosts?
It's a herd of baby ghosts. Well, we have had ghost dogs in our basement.
Just one.
People
are like, what?
It's enough to freak us out.
Yes, this is a true story. We did indeed have a ghost visit us in the basement. So we were unpacking our Halloween stuff because we do like massive Halloween things, as you might imagine.
Freaks.
Yeah, we're a little bit of Halloween fans. And so we were downstairs and we were messing around in one of the bedrooms. We had the door shut and we heard dog paws on the cement. Right. And we're like, oh no, Pepper got downstairs in the basement. Pepper's our dog. And we open the door and we look up the stairs and the door is closed for the top of the stairs. And Pepper's not in the basement. We're like, okay, weird, whatever. We shut the door, we go back to what we're doing. And then we hear the scratching on the door like a dog trying to get into the room. And we're like, what the hell? Open the door again. No dog.
Nothing.
No dog whatsoever.
And people are afraid to stay in our house. In our house. I don't know why.
Gee, I wonder. It's you.
It is me, unfortunately.
Yeah. See, Ryan has been resurrected.
I have. I was 7 years old. Cut the artery in my left leg. Died for 4 minutes on the flight for life. And now I'm revived. And I am a portal.
Yeah. Yeah. Portal, not a turtle.
Right, am I not turtle enough for the Turtle Club? I forgot what movie that's from, but...
Master of Disguise.
Master of Disguise. Master of Disguise.
Yeah. Yeah, so sometimes we have to be careful about the movies we watch. Like, the first Insidious movie. That one got to me.
The first couple Conjurings.
Yeah.
Last one was okay.
Yeah. They're getting stupider.
Yeah.
Oh.
What was the one with the mirror?
Mirrors.
The first half of Mirrors up until he finds spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert for this. I mean, a little late, but...
Well, I did say what it is. Up until he finds the nun was really creepy. It's like the first half of Jeepers Creepers before they find the cat lady. Yeah, that's creepy. Same with Mirrors. The first until he finds the nun, it's really creepy, and then it gets stupid.
Yeah, why the hell can't horror movies get it right and not be stupid at the end?
I think they run out of ideas. I mean, look at all the remakes they're doing. Poltergeist remake was horrid.
Was there a remake on
Yeah,
that?
it was remade a couple of years ago. It was really bad.
Why don't I remember that one?
See, it was so bad you don't remember it.
I don't even...
Horrible.
We must have watched it together.
We did watch it together, and I think, wow, I probably fell asleep. I know if I don't like a movie, I'm going to fall asleep. I give it 4 nods, and then we can shut it off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe it must have been one of those. Anyways, so our 10-year-old grandson, Maddox, is now old enough to watch some horror movies, which I think is quite awesome because we get to hear his reviews. So he came to us, it must have been a couple months ago, and he had finally seen Alien, the first one. And I'm like, so what did you think of it? And he's all like, it was pretty good. And then he's like, oh my God, that part where the thing bust out of his chest. He's like, I almost jumped out of my chest.
And then we had to show him the better of the two. I think Aliens is a better movie.
Oh, duh.
It's a totally different type of genre. I mean, one's a horror, and to me, it's a horror action. But I like Aliens much better.
It is much better.
Especially the extended cut. You gotta watch the extended cut. Adds about an extra 15 to 20 minutes, but it changes the movie.
Yeah, I was a little mean, though. Like, we were watching it, and is the part where they... Spoiler alerts if you haven't seen this by now. What the fuck is wrong with you? Where they, Bishop gets the ship and they all jump up on the ship and they take off, and nuclear explosion from the thing, and they're in the main ship. And I look over at Maddox. I go, oh, look, they got away from the alien. Aren't you happy they got away from the queen? And he's like, yeah. And then Bishop gets stabbed with the tail. And then the queen steps out of the thing. And he's like,
So when are we going to show him the thing?
Soon. So the thing with The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing, is ever since Maddox was 3 years old, we have this on DVD, because we're old, and it would sit in our shelves of DVDs, and it would have that sitting out, and the picture on the cover, it's just like a guy in a suit with like a lantern for the face kind of thing. And he's always been intrigued by it. He's always wanted to watch it. We haven't let him watch it yet, of course.
So, underrated horror movies that you like.
Underrated horror movies I like.
I could tell you one.
Yeah.
Well, two.
Yeah.
Zombie Strippers.
Yes, I love zombie strippers.
Yeah. And then Piranha 3D.
Yep.
Don't watch 3 Double D. It's stupid.
Yeah. No, you have to watch it once.
You have to watch it once.
Yeah. There's a lot of boobs. But then again, it's Piranha 3 Double D.
It is Double D. But the first one's pretty entertaining, actually.
it's just like, okay, so I got to talk about Double D just for a minute, because that's number one. When one of your main guys is mostly known for his comedic work, you know what you're getting into, and it's all about their. So he has a swim park, right? But he's a total perv. So there's the adult swim area where he like hires strippers or whatever to come swim topless. Right, and it's
Forgot about that.
yeah, and his whole thing is like doing his commercials for the opening. He's got a couple of letter D's in his hands, and he swings them back and forth, and it's like Double D swims free.
I don't remember that.
Why do I remember the boobs better than you do?
I don't know. I got my own boobs, so.
Well, if you're a listener here, you've seen my list, so it's not that big of a surprise. Yeah. So then there's like in the whole way the piranha get into the swim park in the first place is the guy is so cheap. He's not paying for water from the city. He's just pumping it in from the lake, and that's how the piranha get in there. And
filtering it, and that's how I forgot about that.
Yeah, which is like so hilarious because that water would be so nasty.
It'd be disgusting. Fish poop.
Yeah, and algae and slime and killer piranha. It's like you would spend so much money on the filtration for the pond water.
But it was cheap. He didn't care.
But it would cost you more to repair the equipment than it would to pay the city for the water.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, sorry, horror movie logic, but...
We're talking about a guy who goes around killing people and gets shot and doesn't die.
But I'm worried about the water bill.
Worried about water bill.
Piranha Double D. Well, that's the unbelievable part.
That's the unbelievable. He's not playing. No money, no money.
Nobody understands the tensile strengths of the water filtration system.
Oh, God.
So anyways, that's quite a bit of movies that we talked about today. Any last recommendation for a movie that you just love that other people may not know of, her genre or not, that they should check out?
I watch so many movies. That's a tough one. What do you think?
Like, what will you sit there and watch without fail?
Nightbreed.
Yeah.
UHF. That's not really a horror. That's more of a comedy.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It doesn't have to be horror.
Yeah, UHF is a classic.
That was another one we were watching, and Dad was like, I don't even understand what's going on here.
And every time Wheel of Fortune was on, I would hear your mom sitting in the chair, Wheel of Fish.
Okay, for people who don't know what UHF is, number one, go educate yourself. Because this is Weird Al Yankovic's magnum opus. Absolutely. So he takes over a very small independent television station. UHF refers to high frequency television stations. So it's that's what independent stations used to be on before you had cable. So there you go. That's how old we are. And not only is it like him trying to save the station, they put together these crazy ass shows as they were producing to get people to watch. So one of them was Wheel of Fish, which had as their game show host their Japanese employee or Japanese guy. So it's like you literally just spun the wheel to see which fish you were going to win. Like, red snapper, very tasty.
What's in the box?
Are you going to go for the box? Or are you going to keep your red snapper?
I'll take the box, Cooney.
Yeah. Opens the box. Nothing! Absolutely nothing!
You so stupid! A random movie I really like is Turbo Kid.
Turbo Kid.
It's basically Mad Max on BMX bikes.
Yeah.
It's worth a watch.
But glamorizes a lot of 80s nostalgia, right?
Huge.
I think it came out around time of Stranger Things, right? When the 80s nostalgia was big.
About the same time, yes.
With Michael Ironsides in it, of all things.
He's looking bad and all. Favorite all-time horror movie zombie would be Dawn of the Dead. Right. Can't go wrong with Dawn of the Dead. Classic. You get the longer version. I think there's an extra half an hour to 45 minutes of it. Changes the entire movie. Right. It's like The Abyss. You watch the extended of The Abyss, change it. It explains so much of the movie that it makes it so much better.
Yeah. All right, so we've definitely given people a lot of movies to take a look at. That'll occupy your time for a little bit. And I think we're going to just go ahead and wrap things up for today. Any parting shots for our audience today? I almost called you Malcolm or Maddox. I don't even know who the fuck you are anymore.
Your husband, Ryan.
Brian.
Yeah, don't forget your partner's name. There's my parting thoughts.
Yeah. So, anyways, happy anniversary to Ryan. We did get married on Halloween. And I found our scariest thing ever when we were setting out Halloween stuff today. I found an old love letter I wrote to Ryan.
I don't even know where I put it. I think it's downstairs in the garage.
You can see how much he values my love.
No comment. Thought we were wrapping this up.
All right, I'll salute you this time. All right, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in. Give us a like, give us a follow. If you really like what we did, maybe even leave a comment. And if you didn't, leave it to yourself. Don't be mean. Bye.
Donna Shannon's Coyote Tales is a production of Coyote Visions Productions and is hosted by Donna Shannon. Ugh, nothing redundant about that. Theme music is Coyote Strut by James Ney. All other music is ethically sourced and licensed from sounddogs.com and epidemicsound.com. And we paid for it, I swear. We can provide receipts if necessary. All the stories you've heard are true. Only the names, events, and facts have been changed for our own amusement. In the immortal words of Obi-Wan, so what I told you was true from a certain point of view. Find all of Donna Shannon's website and social media links at Linktree. That's linktr.ee/Donna Shannon. Follow us and find out all about upcoming shows and live performances. Now go out there, enjoy life, and grab some tales of your own.